Introduction: The liberation of no. In today's hyper-connected, productivity-obsessed world, many of us are overwhelmed, overstretched, and overcommitted. We say yes far too often, whether to avoid conflict, to please others, or out of fear that saying no makes us selfish, rude, or ungrateful. But the reality is this: every yes to someone else is a potential no to yourself. This book is a powerful exploration of how reclaiming the ability to say no confidently and kindly is essential to mental clarity, emotional health, and living a life that is intentional, not reactive. It explores the psychology, practicality, and power of saying no, and offers tools to help you establish strong, respectful boundaries in all areas of your life. Chapter 1: The psychology behind saying yes. Many of us are conditioned to equate yes with goodness and no with negativity. From childhood, we're often taught that saying no is disrespectful, rebellious, or selfish. Over time, these beliefs become subconscious habits, and we begin to seek validation through compliance, fear rejection or conflict, feel guilty for asserting our needs. This chapter highlights that people-pleasing is a coping mechanism, not a character trait. While saying yes may gain short-term approval, in the long run it leads to resentment, fatigue, and identity loss. Chapter 2: The hidden cost of always saying yes. Saying yes too often comes with serious consequences. Burnout: too many commitments leave no time to recharge. Resentment: you start to feel used or taken for granted. Loss of control: your life becomes dictated by others' agendas. Shallow relationships: saying yes out of fear or guilt leads to inauthentic connections. Reduced self-worth: constantly putting others' needs above your own teaches your subconscious that your needs don't matter. This chapter calls attention to the emotional price of not having boundaries, and how living to please others robs you of your peace, purpose, and potential. Chapter 3: What are boundaries and why do they matter? Boundaries are not walls, they are bridges to healthy relationships. A boundary defines where you end and where others begin. Setting boundaries is about taking responsibility for your energy, time, emotions, and values. Types of boundaries: emotional: protecting your feelings from manipulation or excessive demands. Mental: guarding your beliefs, ideas, and opinions from being dismissed or invalidated. Time: prioritizing how you spend your hours, avoiding overcommitment. Physical: maintaining personal space and bodily autonomy. Digital: managing phone time, social media, and privacy online. Material: deciding how you lend or share possessions, money, or resources. The chapter emphasizes that healthy boundaries are acts of self-respect and teach others how to treat you. Chapter 4: The benefits of saying no. Saying no is not about rejection, it's about making space in your life for what truly matters. The moment you start setting boundaries, you begin to experience freedom from obligations that don't serve you, improved mental health due to less stress and more clarity, higher self-esteem as you start respecting your own limits, deeper relationships based on authenticity, not fear or guilt, better time management as you focus on your true goals, increased productivity and peace of mind. The book makes it clear that no is a form of self-care, and using it wisely transforms your life. Chapter 5: How to say no with kindness and confidence. One of the biggest hurdles people face is how to say no without feeling guilty or appearing rude. This chapter provides strategies and scripts that help you say no gracefully and assertively. Phrases to practice: I appreciate the offer, but I have to decline. That doesn't work for me right now. Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to that. I'd rather not. I'm not comfortable with that. Let me check my schedule and get back to you. This chapter encourages using a gentle tone, body language, and clarity. It also teaches the power of the pause, giving yourself a moment before answering instead of impulsively saying yes. Chapter 6: Where you need boundaries. Most boundaries aren't just for toxic situations. You need them even in healthy environments to thrive. This chapter explores how to set limits in specific life areas. At work: refusing extra tasks without pay, saying no to emails or calls outside work hours, protecting your lunch breaks or weekends. In relationships: avoiding emotional manipulation, refusing to tolerate abuse or neglect, keeping your individuality and time. With family, setting limits on expectations, obligations, and traditions, protecting your privacy and independence. Online, unplugging from toxic content, saying no to social media drama, not feeling obligated to reply instantly. Chapter 7. Managing guilt and fear. Saying no often triggers guilt, especially if you're used to people-pleasing. This chapter teaches how to reframe guilt as growth. Guilt is a sign you're doing something new and necessary. You are not responsible for others' reactions. It's okay if people are disappointed. It doesn't mean you're wrong. Saying yes when you mean no is dishonest and unsustainable. You also learn how to deal with backlash, how to stand firm when others push back or try to guilt you into changing your answer. Chapter 8. Building a boundary mindset. Creating strong boundaries is not a one-time act. It's a mindset you develop. This chapter discusses practicing small no's daily to build confidence, surrounding yourself with people who respect your limits, letting go of perfectionism and the need to be liked, replacing fear with values, asking, what matters most to me? It's about becoming the kind of person who knows what they stand for, protects their time and energy, and inspires others to do the same. Chapter 9. Living the life you choose. When you start saying no to what drains you, you say yes to what fulfills you. More time for rest, creativity, and growth. Energy for your goals, not just others. Demands relationships that are mutual and respectful. A life that reflects your values and vision. This final chapter reminds us that every boundary we set brings us closer to freedom, clarity, and authenticity. Saying no isn't the end of connection. It's the beginning of real empowered living. Final takeaways. Saying no is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. You don't need to explain, defend, or apologize for your boundaries. Your time, energy, and peace are precious. Protect them fiercely. Every time you say no to what drains you, you say yes to what matters.